Welcome everybody to Stock Market Jimmy. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's talk some stocks. I haven't made a video in a while, and I figured I'd update you guys on the stock market. And I continue to have a history on every single stock that I have given you guys. You guys would be making a fortune, an absolute fortune, if you just would be buying what I'm telling you. Okay, so let's go ahead and analyze this and review this. Let's start with SYM. Okay, if we look at SYM, okay, bear with me here. All right, so we bought SYM, Symbotic Incorporation. We bought it exactly a month ago, about 30 days ago. We paid $27 a share. It is now at $54.60 in 30 days. Look at this, guys. In 1 month, this stock, we bought it. This was actually at $31, and we paid a little less than that. We paid $27. So we paid $27. Look what this stock has done. It has just went up like a rocket, and we are talking a 1x in literally 30 days. A 1x. So if you put $50,000 in, you would now have $100,000 in your bank, in your stock account. All right, so this has a very bright future. I had told you guys in a video that I put it right there crystal clear about 30 days ago, and I told you that this was my #1 stock in the stock market. I told you that. Hopefully some of you guys listened and jumped all over it. All right, now, what do I expect for this stock? I've been shocked that it went up so quickly. I didn't expect it to do that. I knew that it was going to go up to about $79. I just didn't think it was going to do it as quick as it is. So I do expect this stock to hit around the $79 range. I think in the future, it probably will be a $300 stock, $200 stock. So yeah, if you're holding long term, great, hold it. If you've made your money and you've doubled your money, you want to try to, go for one more, I think you could feel confident it'll go eventually to 100. But you also have to analyze, there's a lot of things that you have to understand in the stock market, especially when you're trying to build a bankroll, because money in the stock market is extremely powerful. You won't understand that until you get to a specific level. Once you get to a point where you have so much buying power, you can do things which I'm going to teach you guys eventually. I'm going to teach the people who become members of my, I'm basically putting together a stock group. So if you become a member of the stock group, I'm going to teach you guys everything you need to know. But there's certain things that you do that will protect you once you already have money. Once you already have money, the amount of money that you can make is just unbelievable. Like $2,600 a day would be mediocre. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so we're going to move on. What do I think that this stock's going to do? I expect it eventually to start giving back a little bit. Now, it does have its quarterly report coming up, I believe, on August 4th. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. That could end up making it go to $79. I really don't know. It depends on how that quarterly report does. If it doesn't do well in the quarter report, then it's going to start giving back a little bit. But in the long run, this is a winner. I bought this stock I have 50 grand in it. So it's basically doubled. All right, so let's move on. I got some new ones here for you that we'll talk about, okay? All right, now here's a new one I haven't shared with you guys yet. Okay, now I've noticed that this stock really hasn't made its move yet. Okay, this stock is called OneStream. The symbol is OS. And my friend calls it the oh shit stock. He goes, oh shit. So it's kind of funny, uh-oh, what's going to happen with the stock? Now, this stock has not made its move yet. It has not made its move yet. which is a good thing because when it does, we're going to make some money. All right. Now, if we look at a 5-year, all right, this stock used to be $17 here at its very, very, very low. Now, I love to see stuff like that. I love to see stuff like that because I always think, all right, well, what's the worst thing that's probably going to happen is it comes back down to this low that it's been at that's the lowest it's been at in 5 years, 1796. So if you really think about it, it's a pretty steady stock. It's pretty steady. Now, if we look at a 1 year, it's exactly at a 3.88% loss between a 5-year and a 1 year. So the stock has not made any profits in the last 5 years. Now, so you're like, well, why would we want to buy this? Well, you don't like a stock in 1 year could be down 10%, but you might have made 50% on the stock. That happens all the time. How does that happen? Well, it's these peaks, all right? It's these peaks over the year. This stock used to be $33.96. So, if you bought it down here and the stock went up to, $33.72, you could make a good amount of money depending on how many shares you own. Like I'm telling you, this stock has not taken off yet. Now, why do I like this stock? What's the reason why I like this stock? Well, I like this stock because it has the new technology for the financial AI industry. It basically has certain type of software for companies, financial companies, and it's basically going to change what financial institutions use for their software programs, because this OneStream is really going to take off in that particular industry. They're going to change that industry of what softwares are being used, and they have a really, really good software system. So I think it's going to do really well. I don't know how long it's going to take. It hasn't really done much. I've been monitoring it daily. If we take a look here, guys, we can see that, over a 5-day period, it's just kind of not doing much, okay? The most, I think, it's just 25.80. It hasn't got past that at all. If we look at a 1 month, it's down 12%. So actually right now, at this price right now, is a pretty good price for us. So I think this is a stock that you don't know when it's going to take off. And if you get in and you hold it, eventually this sucker is going to take off. And that's where you're going to make your money. Okay? So I wanted to share that one with you. Let's take a look. Now, I want to shift gears. Oh, I did buy a ton of Honest Company. You guys know, if you watch me, you know that this is my flip stock. This is my favorite swing trade stock right here, is this Honest Company. I have made a killing doing flips with this thing. And sure, one day it could be a $7 stock. It could end up being a $10 stock. It could end up being a $15 stock. We don't know. They have a lot of potential because they handle, diapers. They've got a good diaper brand. But what I like about it is they have a lot of beauty products that, I see them in Target. I see them in CVC. I mean, they're starting to spread their wings, and they have skincare products for women. They got skincare products for babies. They've got wipes for babies, diapers for babies. They also even have their own makeup line for women. So it's very possible that this company one day could be something similar where they start getting to a point where they're like Elf. And if you look at Elf stock, I mean, they're in the $100. It's $100 a share. So could the Honest Company one day be this huge, take off one day? It's possible. It's possible. You just don't know. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but it could one day happen where they get to be $15, $20 a share. You just don't know. For right now, what I've been doing is making a killing with it because I buy a minimum of like 50 grand. Now, I would even do 100 grand on it, depending on what happens during my trade. So I'll give you an example. The other day, it dipped to $4.34. Right there. See? Do I know my stuff or what? It dipped to $4.34 right there. You guys see it all the way to the right in black, 4.3459. All right. I bought the stock at the bottom. I mean, it's hard to see this. I have not seen the stock. Very rare have I seen the stock go to $4.34. Now, you don't know one day when it's going to go to $3.20. I mean, it could easily do that. If we look at the 6 month, okay, we hit 418. If you look at a 1 year, you hit $3.27. Okay, so that's the lowest it's been in a year. So I'm not afraid. If it dips $1, it dips $1. No one wants to have it go down $1, but if it happens, it happens. All right. Now, in the last year, it's up 28%, but in the last 5 years, it's down 71%. So they're starting to get, their stuff together. Now, keep in mind, you had a lot of issues that have happened over these last 5 years, which is coronavirus, things like that. They've had to deal with the trades because they were getting their products made in Mexico and China, and that screwed them up. So they've had to overcome a lot of things. So here's what I did. I bought it at the 434, and now it's at 460. After hours, it's 465. Now that's still low, guys. That's still very, very, very low. So if the 1 year high is $8.61, 61 cents. So do the math on your calculator. If you take $50,000 at 4.34 and you divide 50,000 divided by 4.34, tells you how many shares that I have, and then you times that by 30 cents. So you take the number of shares times 30 cents, and that's what I'm up right now. Now, the good news is this is still low. This is extremely low. So I have no interest in selling. I could sell for a profit, but I think realistically, I want to get to at least the $5 range, and then I could successfully get out and exit the stock. It's hard to say, but it's working really good with buying and flipping this stock. It's called a swing trade. A swing trade, you don't have a specific time in the stock. You buy it when you make an amount of money that you're happy with, you just exit. Comes down again, you get in again. All right, so I've shared with you before about this stock, so that's not new for you. All right, now we're going to change gears, and we're going to end it a couple ways. We're going to end it. Now, this United Healthcare Group, their stock has literally went down like 50%. They've literally went down 50% on that stock because they got a lot of lawsuits and stuff like that pending. So even though it looks good on paper, we got too many other opportunities. So we're not gonna talk about that. All right, here's where we're gonna talk about. We're gonna end it with cybersecurity. Now, guys, cybersecurity is one of the best investments that you can make because the world is just full of criminals that are on the internet. And you got all these scumbags, these little evil demons throughout the world, and they're the piece of junk trash of all of humanity on the face of this earth. And I can't stand people like that. I can't stand people that steal. I can't stand people that are dishonest. I just cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. And unfortunately, these people don't care. They don't care. They try to scam anybody that they can scam. So the world on cybersecurity with these big corporations, they lose a ton of money when they get hacked and they have network issues. So one of the safest things that you can invest in is cybersecurity, because even during when things are going bad. Oh, one quick thing before I get into the cybersecurity. I told you guys to buy this stock. Do you guys remember? Did I tell you to buy this stock? Did I tell you to buy this stock? Well, I bought the stock. I was telling you to buy this stock when it was $9.80. So we got in on this stock, I believe, at $10.03. And finally, it is making its move. It's starting to move. It's at $12.76 now. And this one is starting to move. This is an easy 1X. It's an easy 1X, guys. I don't know, I don't know how it's going to go up and down. I'm not a psychic, okay? I'm just telling you that this stock eventually is going to go up double than what it is now. You mark my words. Eventually, the stock will be $23 a share. I told you about SoFi. SoFi did the exact same thing already. All right. So now we'll go back to the cybersecurity. Let's pick a cybersecurity. I've got about 4 of them here for you. 4 stocks, okay? All right. Cybersecurity. One of the safest stocks that you can do. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go down $10, $20, and then it goes back up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the safety of what the business is that you're investing in. It is basically recession proof. It's recession proof because everybody needs cybersecurity. These companies cannot cut those costs. All right? They cannot cut them. Now let's analyze this stock. Was 92 and then it sprouted up. Wow, that's a good move for one day. $3 a share. Look at that, $3.33. Now this stock has actually dipped. It was 97.50. So if we look at a 5-day, okay, it's way up there. Let's look at a 1 month. Okay, so there we go. So it went down to $91. The high was 99, $100. Okay, that's about right. Okay, so this particular stock is only up 1% for the year. In a 5 years, down like 54% over 5 years. So this stock is not performing well. It's not doing much, but it has so much potential. This stock has a lot of potential. It's one of those kind of stocks that you could just treat it as like, okay, I'm just going to get into it at 95, and when it gets to 105, I'm going to sell it. That's totally fine. I don't care what you do as long as you make some money. That's all that matters. You could treat it as a swing trade type of stock. Nothing wrong with that. Or you can hold it. Holding, guys, when I give you like training in stocks and talk to you about all those kind of things, when you become a member of the group that we're going to have, those kind of things, guys, are all based on your financial situation. I don't want you holding up one particular stock. You buy this stock and you hold it forever because you don't know, like, you're just kind of like stuck with it, and it could take a whole year before you make 10%. You just don't know. Sometimes you're better off doing like what we did with SYM, where we doubled our money in 30 days. So sometimes you're better off waiting for me to say, boom, get into the stock. This sucker's going to go like boom. And then we get into the stock, we make our money, and you're like, wow, I just made 50% on my money. I don't know the time frame on this one. Again, I'm not a psychic. I like the stock. All right? I'm not saying this is the best one, but I'm saying that these stocks are safe stocks where you're going to do pretty good over the period of time that you own it. So here's another one. This is Fortnite, FTNT. Now this one is at 105. It was at 106. So it's almost about the same. And let's see what we got here, guys. Let's take a quick peek over the month. So what I always like to focus over the 30 days is, let's say you were able to get it at that low of 98 and now it's at 105. Well, guys, as you get better with the stock market, as you build your bankroll up and you've got this big amount of money, when you're buying big and you're getting $10 or $6 a share, who cares? You buy it, you sell it, and you get the hell out. And we look for another spot, okay? Now, some of the stocks, when I tell you to hold them, that's a different story, okay? So these stocks will do good in the future, but you can treat them as buys and flips, okay? Let's see what else we got here. All right, this one's good. I got two more to show you. Okay, here's a good one, okay? This one is PANW, and this one is 195. Now, this one came down. This was at 202 the other day. In the last month, the low in the last 30 days was 187. The high was 204. Okay, so it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's look at a 6 month. The low in 6 months was 150. Wow. Well, that was a good buy right there. 169, 170. I like this stock, guys. You know, I just telling you that these stocks are going to grow over the years. They're going to grow over the years. All right, now this one here, this one is called, what is this, something, CrowdStrike. Okay, this one has went down a little bit. This one was at 505. It came down $25. If we look at the 1 month, there's a big dip right there. Look at that dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Okay, but the high up here in the last month was 513. So I like this stock. Highs 510, lows are 322, 318. So what you could do also with a stock like this is you could just have them all written down and just follow them all the time. And when you see big dips in them and you see big opportunity, go for it. Go for it. Make your money, man. All right, let's see if I want to end with, if there's anything else I want to show you to end with. ZS. This will be the last one. This is another cybersecurity. This one was at $314. So what's happened in the last maybe like week, a lot of these cyber security stocks have been dipping a little bit, which is good because, you know, you get them at a better price. So as you can see, look, these are dipping a little bit, okay? But that doesn't concern me. That doesn't concern me at all. So I feel that we can make a little bit of money. In the last 6 months, this suckers went up 53% in the last 6 months, guys. That's a good return on your money. And the last 30 days, it's dipped down a little bit. Okay, year to date, for this year, it's up 60%. In the last year, 51%. In the last 5 years, 140%. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that some of these stocks, here's one more. Some of these stocks can perform well for you. And I'm not sure if we went over this one. All right, so this one in 5 years is down 53%, and it's only up 1.6. So this kind of stock right here, I think we did go over this one. This one's not performing very well, but there's a lot of opportunity with it, okay? All right, guys, well, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Do me a big favor, hit that like button. It helps the channel out. Give me a like, and I appreciate that. You know, we're a new channel. We're slowly growing. I haven't really been putting a lot of effort into the videos or anything like that. I'm not really looking right now to kind of like every day make videos. I just like to make videos when, you know, when I see certain things that I know that I want to talk to you about. If I see new opportunities for you, I like to give you updates on things that we already are looking at and already are in. I give you updates on when I buy things and when I sell things. That's pretty much it, okay? I'm not doing this to just try to make money off of YouTube. My channel is not even monetized right now. I won't even be monetized until I have like 500 subscribers. And it's, guys, it's chump change. It's nothing. When you first start your YouTube channel, even after like 2 years, it's nothing. It takes a long time to build it up. And that's not really my motivation. I just I love, stocks and stuff like that. I make my money in the stock market. I have certain things that I do. I am retired and things like that. So I just focus on making my money that way. And I like to travel now. I like to go and have fun and do fun things. But I do love the stock market. I do love the crypto. I haven't really got much into with you guys about crypto. I think I shared a couple trades that I made last month that I did really well on with Avalanche. And, Avalanche is starting to creep up again. It's at the $25 range. You could have bought it for $18. Where you make your money on that again is how much money that you're buying. For those of you out there that are only buying like $1,000 or $3,000, and that's all you have, hey, it is what it is. We all been there, man. We've all been there. So you have to pay your dues. You have to just grind it and work hard and keep saving your money. And eventually, you're going to get to that point where it really, really is. It always will give you motivation to reach a specific goal. So when you keep playing with that calculator, you're like, oh my God, I made $120 on this trade. And if I would have had, instead of $1,000, if I would have had $30,000, I would have made $3,000. Oh my God, then I need to be that. That's your motivation. You just keep doing what you need to do. And I want to share something with you guys. Don't ever think that you can't do it, because I'm telling you right now from experience, there's going to be times in your life that you just think it's not possible. You're going to be like, how do I save up $30,000? Or how do I can't even save $5,000. How do I save $30,000? There's certain things sometimes, guys, that just happen, and it just creeps up, and the next thing you know, you got 30 grand, and then you got 60 grand, and you're like, wow, how did that happen? Like, it just happened so quickly. Sometimes it's like that. Now, for those out there that are constantly struggling with your bills, and you've got these big car payments, or you've got these you do have to sacrifice sometimes. Sometimes you have to put yourself in situations where you have to make certain sacrifices in your life in order to start saving. So if you are just stuck and you've got to make some changes to get yourself out of that, you have to do that. I don't particularly like this person. I don't like Cramer. I'm not a fan of Cramer. I think he's a scumbag, to be honest with you, because he's a sellout on his show. For those of you that have watched him, the guy he's so full of crap, that guy. Everything for him is based on his show and the big people that are paying him. He pumps up stocks because he gets money to pump them up. I don't like that. I don't like people like that. So, because he doesn't need to do that. He has a successful show and he makes plenty of money in the stock market. So why be a scumbag and just pump up stocks just because you're getting money for it? That's bullcrap. So, but anyway, Cramer, though, one of the things that I do respect about him is that, do you know what he did to get enough money to invest in the stock market? Do you know what he did? He lived in his car for 2 years. He lived in his car for 2 years, and he worked and he saved all the money by living in his car for 2 years. And then it allowed him to start making money because that's what he believed was his ticket to become successful. And the guy's a multimillionaire because of it. So, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. That was a long video. Didn't expect it to be that long. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit that like button before you go, and I'll talk to you soon.